Hello there and welcome to today's tutorial in which I'm going to be making this little poinsettia wreath with polymer clay. Unusually for my work I've glossed the entire piece, really because it's made with glitter clay, so I think it kind of suits it better so that you can see the glitter a lot more clearly. But if you're using a matte clay, I'd perhaps recommend that you keep it nice and matte so it represents the poinsettia a little better. But yeah, let me go and show you how I made it. So for this tutorial I'll be using these tools here. So I've got a couple of cookie cutter tools here, and I'll be using my medium and small size ball tool, my needle tool, a scalpel, my acrylic roller and my blaze cutting tool. And I have a list down below in the description for I think most of these tools here if you're interested in getting some too. And I'll be using my lockdown larder for this tutorial, so I've got a green glitter and a red glitter in the Sculpey Accents, along with Twinkle Twinkle in Accents and Canary in Sculpey Soufffle. But you can use whatever clays you like really, and again they don't have to be glitter clays. So to get things started, I'm just going to clean down my clay board as always, and I always include this bit just to, you know, encourage folks to ensure they've got a clean working environment. So I'm going to start with the green glitter clay here, and it's just come out of the pasta roller, so I'm going to use my acrylic roller just to kind of work out any indentations that might be on the clay. And with the plastic cookie cutter here, I'm just going to cut out a basic circle. And I really like how easily Sculpey clay always comes away from tools here, so Fimo just tends to be a little bit stickier. And I'll just cut out an inner circle with the smaller cookie cutter tool here. And to ensure that the piece can hang on my Christmas tree, I'm just putting in some teeny tiny holes with my small ball tool here, and I'll go through just on the back as well, just to ensure that the holes go through all the way. So now I need to make a series of green leaves. So with the smallest cookie cutter tool here, I'm just going to cut out a series of circles. And with the circles, I'll make some leaf shapes. I don't know how many I made in the end, but certainly there were a fair few. I'd always rather that you have too many pieces than too few. So with my needle tool here, I'm just going to go and create some vein details, nice and easy. And poinsettia have really pointy shaped leaves, so I'm just going to tease those out at the ends. So now I'm going to move on to the red glitter clay as well. So again, I'm just going to create a series of little circles. I was experimenting with some other clay as well that you'll see to the right here, but I just yeah, went ahead with the red glitter in the ends. And I'm just going to do the same with the red clay. Interestingly, it was pointed out to me on a video I made a year or two ago where I made some basic poinsettia that the red petals, as I thought they were, are actually leaves as well, so it's the teeny tiny yellow pieces that are the flowers. So I'm just cutting just the very ends off the red leaves here, and just pull the ends together just so that they represent the leaf a little better, and it also makes it a little more 3D really. So once I've got 4 or 5 of those, I'll just start mushing them together really, is the best way I can describe it. You know, you have to try and force them together so that they do come into a flower shape. So I'm pretty happy with that one. So with the remainder, I just need to do exactly the same really. Just build up a little collection of flowers. And I'll just show you again how I made a flower, just in case it wasn't wholly clear from the first one. And it might take just a few attempts to get your method sorted out, really. So now I can start adding the pieces to the wreath. So I'm just going to start off with some of the green leaves. And again, this process might take just a little time just to work out where you want your leaves to go. So I'm pretty happy with the formation there and how it's coming together. So I'll just keep adding flowers as I go, but what I do need to do is just to ensure that the holes at the top of the tree decoration are left fairly clear, just so that I can pop through some yarn at the ends or some festive thread. So there we go, I'm pretty happy with the positioning of those. So now with my medium-sized ball tool, I'm just going to press down fairly firmly in the centre of each of the flowers, or the plants. Not quite sure what to call them now that I know that they're not petals. So now I have an opportunity just to add in some further leaves if I want to, if I feel that the design needs it. So I feel there's certainly a couple of little poinsettia plants here that could take another leaf or two. So now that that's done, I'm just going to add some of the dark Twinkle Twinkle clay in the centre of each of the poinsettia plants. And I'm really playing up to the optical illusion that poinsettia give, because there isn't actually a dark centre to the plants. It's just that somehow it creates that effect, really. And I found this to be the kind of best representation of that, really. So now that they're done, I can add some of the yellow clay here just to create the tiny flowers. So I'm just popping on some little dots created by just my scalpel here. So I'm just adding them at random, really. There's no, rhyme or reason to the patterning. And I'm just going to add on a leaf here and there as well, just to finish off the design, and yeah, pretty happy with that. So now it's time to bake my piece, and at this point you'll need to refer to your own brand of polymer clay's baking instructions. So now my tree decoration is all baked and cooled. I'm going to add some Sculpey glaze, and as I said in the intro, I'm really adding the Sculpey glaze because I've used glitter clay, but I think had I used a non-glitter clay I would have left this matte, really, just so it represents the poinsettia plant better. So now I can just pop through some festive thread like so, and just pop in a couple of knots and take the ends off with some scissors. And here it is, my poinsettia tree decoration is all done, and yeah, here it is on the tree. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, bye bye.